I had a problem with the handbrake of one of my Twizys, this one. It was almost impossible to release the brake, the handbrake I mean. So this is what I did to fix the problem. First, you will need to remove the glove box. This is done by squeezing with the long nose pliers, like this one, the end of the pin, like so, and removing the two pins that go in here. Yeah, in here. Next, remove the 4 bolts which are located here, 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 and here. Take out the glove box. Make sure you disconnect the 2 connectors that are for the power socket, and the other one is for the OBD diagnostic socket. Remove those 2. Next, you will need to remove the 2 bolts that are... Okay, let me try and do this. Get some light. Yep. The 2 bolts located here, and the other one is down here. Down here. Those are actually not bolts but nuts. You can undo them with a wrench number 13. And after you take the nuts out, you will be able to pull out the whole handbrake assembly. There. The next thing you'll need to do is unplug the 2 wires that go on top of this switch, and then remove this washer here. After you remove the washer, pull out the handbrake slightly so you can open the hole on the other side. It's here. And by pulling the brake gently, you can now take out the pin. Squeeze the cable assembly with long nose pliers. And release the whole handbrake assembly. To disassemble the handbrake assembly, with a small screwdriver, pry the plastic here, lift up, and now you will be able to take apart the whole assembly. These wires here are for the electric solenoid, which prevents the handbrake being released with the ignition off. I would remove it because I don't really need this protection. I just want the handbrake to be able to release easy. So I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna show you the inside mechanism of the handbrake. This is the inside of the handbrake. By pressing here, you actually release the handbrake, and this is what I've done to make it release much easier. Pull out the white plastic bit, and on the side you will see a small hole. Yeah, now you can see it properly. Make a small piece of plastic like this one here that fits exactly into the hole. Insert it like this, and put back together everything. This small piece of plastic will lift this mechanism a little upwards and will make the release of the handbrake a lot easier. As you can see, there is a small gap now in between the two plastic bits, which wasn't there before. Before you assemble everything, make sure you put enough oil or grease everywhere and put it back together. If you want to remove the solenoid, which prevents the handbrake being released when the ignition is off, cut the red wire but leave the black one. Like this. You will need this connector later on. I'll show you why. The black wire of the connector is required to turn on the warning light on the dashboard when the handbrake is engaged. So you will need to connect it on either of the two switches here. Yeah, these two switches here, doesn't matter which one you connect it to. And then just plug it onto the other side of the wiring. I'll show you how in a second. Okay, the black wire is switched onto the switch and the other side it's into the connector, so now we will have the warning light on whenever the handbrake is pulled. Everything is back together now, and by trying the handbrake I can honestly say that it hasn't been so easy to operate it and to release it, even when the Twizy was brand new. So I'm very happy with this mod that I did today. I hope this video helps you, and I would like to apologize for the quality, but unfortunately I had to film all this with one hand and work with the other. Sorry guys, have fun.